Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful race of A Link to the Past. Randomizer. We are here with Game 3 of jkoper versus Hitsuyan. And I am Mr. Scruff the Ninja Tuna. I am welcomed by Tracy M. How you doing today, Tracy?
Fantastic. And if we saw, hopefully we get a race as we got in the last one, really came down to a couple things. We know Hitsuyan ended up not last location, but getting really late to that Mire and to the hook shot. But he made up a lot of time, and that death to Vidi from jkoper almost put this a lot closer. Hitsuyan having to find a sword though, and that in the end not having anything more than a fighter's sword when he got to his 7th crystal really hurt him.
Yeah, that butter does a whole lot of good when it comes to beating down bosses, including Ganon.
Okay, so what do we want to see in Game 3? We should first talk about the settings for Game 3. Hitsuyan deciding to go back to a regular 7-7. No fast Ganon this time. They will have to go through GT.
Yes, indeed, and since we are back to basic vanilla rando settings, we got ourselves an open seed, the 7-7 crystals, randomized swords. This is essentially a rehash of Game 1, but we'll see who comes out victorious. I'm expecting some shenanigans.
Yep, and since this is the losers bracket finals, the winner goes down to brackets. The loser is done.
And just like the previous game, we got jkoper in Sanctuary and Hitsu going the Link's house. We got red and blue pendants on Eastern Desert and a red at Hera.
That's what I saw.
Ouch, that's not very fun for late game.
Nope, not at all.
Hunting, of course.
So just getting a tree pull of magic. jkoper heading straight into the Lost Woods. Not going to do a tree pull check. Not going to do a check of the lumberjacks. And so far, a whole lot of nothing.
I can guarantee that both of these guys are feeling the stress of getting into Game 3.
Oh boy, a flute and a hook shot. All right. Well, I'd say in that advantage Hitsuyan. Mainly because he'll be able to activate that flute when he goes into town, but also it might be a while before jkoper goes back to Uncle.
Very true. It's one of those rare areas that either you get to immediately or you just wait until the very end. And it does look like Hitsu is following jkoper's footsteps, so we'll see what Jay is going to be leading the way with.
Rupees, more rupees, a rupee, a bottle, so we'll be able to check Sick Kid right away. That's always good.
Oh heck yeah, progression in Kakariko is nice, especially when it's something like the bottle.
And a piece of heart.
Oh, and that was a 20 rupee bush crab. That's pretty good. Hitsu almost passing that up. I could see it. Falling down that hole, and it's like, maybe I want that?
Yeah, we want that. And an early powder. A nice safety to get for the runners. They didn't have that at all the last one. And blue mail, another safety.
Oh, come on, let's see if we can get that hammer.
Not so far.
Just lost love down in the wishing well. Kinda makes you sad when you think about it.
But plenty of money for the bottle vendor. Only one bomb left here for jkoper, just enough to be able to do this last check.
Yeah, it looks like the bottle vendor was just an arrow vendor today, so let's hope that the chicken coop is... Ooh, the cape.
Another nice safety item. Of course, it and the power could lead to something. We do have the magic bat and the bumper ledge.
Very true. But you know what early cape always points at for me, right?
Well, I already see chat agreeing with you. We could have an Agaseed. But we need a lamp and a sword before that becomes a thing.
Yeah, that's true. I do love seeing those seeds, though, where they throw you that big red herring and saying, oh, hey, here's a cape, and here's a sword, and here's a lamp. Oh, and by the way, we've got Hammer and, Moon Pearl up on the mountain. Yeah, that's a smart move for Koper, getting those bombs.
Absolutely.
Pretty interesting, though, that he's bothering to skip both Checkin' Library and the Maid's game.
Probably going to head down to South Shore now. Maybe hopes he'll get that hammer. He can route those in at the same time.
Very true, very true.
With the magic bat and the other two checks.
And with an early Rudy Toot Toot, we've got our flute and we have our bird.
Yep, Hitsu taking advantage of the fact that he has that flute before even entering the village, so always nice.
Whoops. jkoper trying to go with an awesome hookshot maneuver, where basically you push the block at the same time that you hit the button and it sends you right on through. Fortunately, it didn't work out that well.
Yeah, would have saved the time of going back in, and we see our first sword.
One fire source away from Aga.
We're getting close. Although to be clear, it does have to be the lamp. It can't be just the fire rod. Does not put Aga in logic.
Yeah, semantics. Now, I do actually agree with jkoper at this point, even though you've got 6 possible items over on the east side going to Saha's Closet and Eastern Palace. You've got 5 more over here, 1 in Ice Rod, and if he happens to get more money, he can go ahead and do his fake flipper over to Zora.
All these bomb drops.
It's almost as if he already wasted his money.
Oh, it's a bow.
Ooh.
Of course, Eastern's a pendant. Do you really want to go there at this point?
Yeah, with a... It's not even the good pendant, man. Jeez.
I know, right? Considering how late they got the bow in the last run. Probably good to see it. They don't have to think about it, but...
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see if you got yourselves a bad pendant Eastern.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hitsu showing that clip that we were talking about. We'll save him the leaving and coming back in.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll see another iteration of it a little bit later when we check out Super Bunny Cave.
Ice Rod, just a piece of heart. jkoper gonna save and quit. Let's see where he goes next. Seems like at this point, either follow that bow over to Eastern or go do the escape now.
Yep. Well, this is an odd situation, honestly, because in jkoper's situation, he can go ahead and do what he's doing. Check out Saha and do Eastern. Hitsuyan, though, he can go ahead and check out the east side of Death Mountain. And Paradox and Spiral give you a lot of good items.
Absolutely. He's got that flute. Might as well take advantage of it.
Especially since we're lacking ourselves a lamp. If we've got progression up on the mountain, then that flute is definitely progression to where we need to go.
Yeah, that flute can be up in the mountain with that... sorry, the lamp can be up there with the flute being already available to us. The only thing not in logic would be the old man himself. Oh, and a moon pearl.
Ooh.
it looks like jkoper is going to continue on over to Eastern.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
And we have seen no trace of glove or hammer. So this is looking more and more like that Aga seed. And
Oh,
Fighter Sword Aga, oof. I should say Fighter Sword Aga Tower, since the actual fight doesn't change.
oh yeah. That's where you gotta get real creative with your spin slashes. Now, this is the fun part of logic. Of course, Hitsuyan realizing there's really no point to doing this aside from just getting the save and quit option. Because there's a very, very, very slim chance that our old man here is going to actually have anything decent on him. But it's better to do it now than forget about it later.
Yeah, having that save and quit spot, it's really, really nice, even if you have the flute. So, might as well do it now. It's one of the easier dark rooms, and it is a club. Actually, okay,
All right.
I find that really, really interesting because we might get a sequence broken no Aga if we find a hammer or a second glove.
That would be hilarious. I've seen a few of those rare cases, especially if we decide to see some fake flipper in here, like Hammer in Waterfall Fairy. Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, and if, say, our lamp is either in Eastern or, say, in the escape, that's really bad for jkoper, because if he goes and does that with the lamp, probably just going to go straight to Aga rather than even bothering with the mountain.
And of course, I had to mention fake flippering, and then Spectacle Rock had to prove me wrong. Thank you, Rock.
Oh, so we get some not so fake flippering.
Yep. And unfortunately, not a whole lot of path for jkoper here just yet. He is going to be heading over to the vanilla big key location. Ooh, really good bomb jump for Hitsuyan there. That one is a pain in the rear to do. But fun thing, with that glove on Old Man, if our Titan's mitts are behind a glove-locked location, then our only logical way of getting those would be through the flute and the lamp.
That's right.
So now for the fun part, is jkoper's gamble gonna pay off, or is Hitsuyan's 7 chest gamble gonna pay off?
We did already see the compass, so that means there's going to be an item on the Armos Knights here.
Yep. So one last item there. 2 bottles in the front half of Paradox. So we've already got 3 out of the way. Let's see what the top half has to give us. Got a heart piece, some money, a heart container. Oh, another heart piece. And money.
Whole lot of nothing. Well, we now pay for Zora now.
That kind of, I was going to say, that really pushes me towards wanting to go to Zora. Not only do we have the flippers, but we've got the glove, we've got money. I think it's screaming to go ahead and check out Waterfall and Zora.
Oh, absolutely. Always like to have that 500 rupees before taking those slippers over to that area.
And nothing on that floating island, so that's going to be ignored for the rest of the game. And I gotta say, I applaud jkoper for the commitment to this early play. Not only is it not the green pendant, this is super duper early. I mean, this is a huge gamble to take.
It really is.
So if it pays off, if this is the rumored ped seed we've been looking for, then yeah, he well deserves this.
Or if there's something here.
Very true, very true.
We have one more item, I believe.
So sadly, East Side Death Mountain was nothing.
And just a red rupee, so unless ped is a thing in this seed, this is just a bunch of wasted time.
But hey, if it is, that is a leg up for jkoper.
Sure is. And gonna save and quit out of this. Hitsu gonna go ahead and check those flippers.
Good start so far. Nothing on Lake Hylia, so we don't have to worry about the Mire. Let's see if we can get another sword for our wonderful hobo.
Nope, just some arrows.
Now, we know that a blacksmith is one that forges swords. What do we call someone that makes arrows?
I don't know. I believe there is a term for that.
For now, we'll just call them hobos.
Oh, chat telling us Fletcher.
Oh, Fletcher.
About
Perfect.
8 people. Okay. No, about a dozen people.
See, that's why I asked the questions. Chat has my back.
That's what we had Twitch chat for.
It tells you I'm a child of the 80s. The fact that I immediately think of the movie when it comes to Fletcher.
Oh, and there is that second sword over there in the Waterfall fairing.
Oh boy. Alright, so Lamp and Master Sword. So, good news for everybody that's watching. We've got logical Aga access. Bad news for the runners. They really don't want to do Aga right now. But who's going to take the gamble? We are one glove or one hammer away from getting that Dark World access. Do you take that plunge?
That's a really tough one, especially with the out of logic glove to begin with.
Alright, let's see. King of Scams, what we got?
Just a piece of heart.
Living up to his name.
Trying to think what else Hitsu hasn't checked. I want to say just Agahnim. And that's such an out-of-the-way check. Maybe you just go ahead and you do the escape, of course. And then if you find nothing.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't done the back of escape because he just got that glove, so...
Yeah, might as well do that first, and then you can do the front of escape.
Very, very smart.
And then you're just right there.
Toss that bomb into the wall, say hello to our little mousy friends, and what do we get? Some money, a key, and a map. Ooh. Okay, Dark Cross may have something, and it is well within logic with that lamp.
Oh, we have silver arrows in the front of escape.
Okay, jkoper dipping out, so this is the big gamble for Hitsu. If he finds the hammer in Dark Cross, this is going to put him way ahead.
Honestly, I put him with that Eastern dip from jkoper. I think that's already a bit of a lead here.
Fair, very fair. Oh my gosh, he takes the lead.
With the bug net.
Alright, so yeah, Gina is the only thing that we know has got an item available, so that's a really big gamble.
With the flute, maybe not as big a gamble, but still, it's one item. Oh, he's going to Eastern?
Ooh. Ho ho ho!
Okay, so here's the thing, he doesn't have the Moon Pearl yet.
Nope.
So he's gonna get that here. Probably then I think he goes to Aga. I don't think he dips Eastern.
Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. He doesn't have the flute out. Let's see.
Oh, it looks like he is going to keep on going. So that bit of a lead he had because Jay decided to go to Eastern. Going to give that up, and we're going to be pretty even after that.
So the deciding factor really will be, will he decide to bolt after he finds nothing?
Yeah, Yeah, unfortunately, though, with the last item on Armos Knights, he may not.
Ah, the joys of Randomizer. To gamble or not to gamble? That is the question. Alright, bombing up the wall in Agahna's fart cave. Let's see what we got.
Just bombs.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
I do believe that confirms that Aga is required at this point.
Yerp, Aga is 100% required.
But I think we're going to get a Death Mountain check first here. And he's going to get that glove, and it's going to give him hope that maybe he doesn't have to do it. And of course, that's going to be dashed. It's always interesting. I think some people just, once they have that access, they're going to say, screw it, this is probably an Agaseed, and if it's not, Other people are going to do everything they can to avoid it.
That's typically what I like to do. Unfortunately, that just bites me in the rear way too much. Oh.
The question is how far is jkoper going to go ahead and follow everything he's going to find here? Because these flippers are going to potentially lead him over to the Zora area. Doesn't have enough money at the moment, but he will after he gets through Paradox Cave.
And good on Hitsu for taking that gamble, heading straight back to Armos. He will be rewarded in, the fact that he doesn't have to waste time getting a map, but not so much with just the money that he gets from Armos.
Yeah, you don't see that gamble very often. Of course, so often the big key is in its vanilla location, so you have to go there anyway.
Now, it'll be funny if Hitsu decides to do the front of escape next.
Oh, I think that's a natural thing to do, to be honest. I mean, it's right there, right where Aga is. The better question is, does he do Agahnim?
Just let that eat him up inside for the rest of the game. What did I leave?
Is going to do Agahnim first. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it first, because again, going to the escape is right there with Aga Tower.
Kind of got to commit yourself to actually doing the full thing, Koper about to get his 2 next bottles, so B and oxygen. Almost got a really nice setup there with jkoper and those bomb placements.
And probably going to go do Spiral Cave as well. Probably going to do all the flips checks, so it's going to put him a bit behind here. Oh, misses the bomb jump. Oh, interesting. Just going to save and quit. Going to leave the Spiral Cave. I don't remember what was even there.
10 arrows, I believe.
Yeah, so
That's what
not
sparked the whole
anything.
Fletcher thingy.
Ah, yes.
Oh wait, no, that was the hobo. Never mind.
Yeah, gonna be drawn to these flippers. The good news here is getting that Master Sword will make the Aga Tower climb a lot easier. Bad news, he's gonna lose time here. He could just go do it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be fair though, that silver bow he's got, or silver arrow, that's gonna just eat through everything.
Oh yeah, that'll help a lot.
Yep, and there's our retired detective Fletcher. Or reporter. God, it's been so long since I've seen the movies. I need to watch it again. Using that flute. I like that, actually. It
Yeah,
saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think that. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hitsu getting that,
Setting up for that
warp.
death warp.
Yeah, it's kind of painful when you've got 10 hearts and blue armor.
Lucky for him, this isn't a sank heart here or anything like that.
No, yeah, that's the major kick in the rear there. Like, good job wasting all that time. Here's the heart refill. So yeah, even though jkoper did a couple of checks earlier than Hitsu, combination of his execution and the bomb jumps in both Paradox and Spec Rock kind of put him a little bit ahead.
Yeah, also the fact that he got this flute earlier and was able to activate it in town the first time, that definitely helped out a lot. He's routing just a little bit cleaner because of that.
Now that Coper's finally run out of checks, he's gonna go ahead and head over to Aga Tower. Should just be about a minute or so behind. Of course, our wonderful chat already guessing about how many blue balls we're going to be getting. I always, of course, go for the ever-elusive 16.
That's just mean.
Not, of course,
3.
the... See, that's nice, at least. Oh yeah, and those lovely silver arrows just demolish everything.
Yeah, pretty rare that you get to go through here with silver arrows. What's really fun is on the rare occasion you get to go through here with a gold sword.
Oh god, yes, Butter Sword in Aga Tower is just...
way overpowered.
Yeah, if you want the definition of overkill, that right there is perfect. And big props to Hitsu in that awesome move there. He threw out the pot and the boomerang at the same time, so as soon as that key spawned, he grabbed it and then just moved right on through. That is one reason why I absolutely love watching this dude run. His execution is just on par with some of the best.
Well, when you consider in the last game he had a fighter sword to jkoper's butter sword, and it turned out to be a lot closer than you might have expected with that disparity.
Oh yeah. Alright, we got our first hit in. Let's see if we get a blue ball. There's
Alrighty. One. That bodes well for your guess.
Ah, dang.
Not gonna get 16. Sorry. Thanks for playing.
I mean, he could still miss a couple of times. It's still good.
Does it still count, though?
No. Ooh, we're getting lucky. Let's see if this is the last one.
There's that third one.
Ho ho ho. The moment of truth. Are you correct? You are! Good job.
Nice.
So if you guessed 3, then you, along with Tracy, are correct and deserve a pat on the back.
I'll take that. I love it. Chat already doing the pet is not dead yet. It's way too early for pet to be dead.
Oh, right. Ooh, okay, so Ice Palace is our green pendant, Pod is our other 5-6. You know what they say about green pendant Ice Palace.
Oof. I know what I say about it. I hope I never have to go there. And then usually I end up going there. Oh my god, a mirror.
Nice. Yeah, what I usually say isn't family friendly, so I will abstain. But yeah, that mirror is a fantastic one to get right off the bat. And if Hitsu, yeah, I think he's gonna go check out Catfish and then hookshot over. That is a really smart idea for right now, because there's so much more you can do on the left side versus the 5-item check that you can do on Pod.
Yeah, without the hammer, you can't finish Pod anyway, so not doing it right away makes a lot of sense.
Now, of course, there's always the lovely gamble of Thieves Town with the hammer, but it's much easier, because you can complete it, and chances are good you won't have to go back for that big chest.
Yeah, for that I mean, it is a concern, but it's possible that the small key will be just locked in that chest, in which case you never have to go there. And of course, if there is an item there, then maybe you never go back there because it's not something you need.
Let's see if both grumpy fishes are mean to us today.
Yep.
Aww.
At least you don't have to pay any money for that one.
Right. I guess that's why he gave us money. He's like, here you go visit my my grumpy brother in the other world.
Oh, there you go. And with the mirror, we can do a lot of checks here in the north that are kind of out of the way. So this is pretty good time to route them in.
Oh yeah, whenever you've got the mirror and you are forced to go through this way, then Graveyard Ledge is never a problem. It's just bottoming.
Unfortunately, no boots to routing King's Tomb at the same time.
That's alright. When you get the boots, just do a save and quit, head back over to Sanctuary, and you're good.
Much less out of the way.
Oh yeah. Let's see if the early routing to Graveyard pays off. It's money!
Well, it depends on your definition of pays off. Not even gonna pick it up, though.
I mean, I think it would still be good, because you've still got the digging game, the chess game, the extortionist.
I would have picked it up if nothing else. It gets you a bottle, or it gets you a bottle fill up at some point.
Oh, true,
we have 3 bottles, and they didn't have anything. I think we had an empty one, a bee in a bottle. I mean, nope, no goo.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of good with that goo. Goo is good. The small conscious in me is like, family friendly, family friendly, family friendly.
Okay, we're gonna see what's on Bumper Ledge here, which we can get because we have a cape. Well, that's an interesting... Okay. I don't think I go out of my way to get that. I mean, it's a nice safety for the blind fight, but these runners are more than experienced enough to do that. They shouldn't need a blue cane for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of redundant, having the cane of Burna up on the Bumper Ledge.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice to dash with. It's fancy. Nothing is better than dashing through the Crystal Roller rooms in Turtle Rock than with the Cane of Burna.
Okay, we're gonna do a dip into Skull Woods. We can't complete this right now because we don't have a fire rod.
Well, the good thing about Skull Woods is if you just need to go mode it, you can run right to the back without any issue.
So far, just a small key. Skullwoods is full of small keys.
Mm-hmm. And thankfully with that small key, he won't actually have to worry about getting the one to the left of that room. I mean, it's typically a good thing to grab it in case you don't want to get soft-locked in Pinball Room. The chances are good you won't, ever. Because they're, what, 4 keys total they can get? 3 in chest, 1 under a pot?
Well, and he's got the mirror, so as long as he doesn't enter through the pinball room, he's fine.
Speaking of keys... Oh, hey, our map. We can find out which one this is.
Different mode.
Oh, right. I'm gonna petition next tournament to feature cross keys and just let the chaos ensue.
Okay, we have one last chance for an item in the front of Skullwoods.
Yep, now this could be a small key. Nope,
Or
it's a heart.
it could be a heart container, which means the back of Skullwoods has the other item, possibly on Mothula himself, or possibly under the bridge.
But good news is we know it's not gonna be the fire rod.
That is correct.
Alright, now, next fun part here. Oh, it just dawned on me. You know, it'd be really mean. We have the mirror and the flippers. Think about getting the second chest in Swamp to give us the hammer.
Ooh. It could happen.
I'm kind of hoping that we get, like, no progression here, and then Pod's like, sorry. I mean, I wish nothing but the best for these runners.
Interesting to note that jkoper not checking the item in the middle part of Skullwoods.
Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble. And in some cases, that really could come to bite you in the rear.
And he's going to go straight into Thieves Town before finishing up the Village of Outcasts checks. Which, unless there's a hammer in one of these locations that Hitsu's checking right now, is not going to really matter.
Yeah, you just don't ever want to be in that scenario where you go in, find out there's an item in the big chest that's necessary, come back out and say, oh hey, Brewery has the hammer.
Yeah, so we got, so far, half magic and a small shield.
That half magic.
Another really nice luxury to have.
Fortunately for both of our runners, though, they won't really need it for the Ganon fight, because we got silvers. I mean, unless they really want to do silverless, just to kind of flex their swag.
Well, the Master Sword fight is no joke at the beginning, but chances are they'll find another sword on the way.
Very true.
Oh, we're just going to leave Thieves Town now. Just going to do the front part here.
Ooh.
We'll see if Hitsu decides to do the same thing. I suspect he'll finish it. It is a crystal, you know. If it was a pendant, then, you know, it's very common to just check the front half.
It is a 50-50 gamble. As long as we get our small key in Blind Cell, then we can access the big chest, but if we don't...
We're much happier if we don't.
Right? Ooh, and Cobra's taking that gamble. Oh, I like it. I mean, truth be told, this is kind of a good thing in a way. You've got one item in Digging Game, one item in Stumpy, 5 items, which are more than likely going to be useless, in Hype Cave, and then you can just ride over to Pod.
And you can check the South of Grove area with the mirror.
Mm-hmm. You've got a whole heck of a lot more you can do.
And Ether Medallion at the Dig Game, which of course may or may not be useful.
I mean, if anything else, we can stun a room full of mummies at the same time.
Okay, next Thieves Town check is it's another shield. So it's
Ooh,
Shield
but-
Town today. Let's see if maybe we'll get a third shield today.
Yes, please, Mirror Shield, Mirror Shield. I want that to be in the big chest.
There is only one more item left, though, I believe.
Yep. Just the one. And VT/K45 just giving us a heart piece, so nothing too exciting. But let's see if Stumpy's gonna give us anything good.
Nope.
Poor Stumpy. See, I always have to laugh whenever he gives arrows, because it's like, did he break off his fingers or his toes for that?
Okay, moment of truth. What do we got in here? A rupee, so we're safe. We do not have to worry about the big chest.
Yarp means that our map is on blind and our small key is tucked behind itself.
So a bit of a time save with Hitsu not having to double dip this dungeon.
Always a good thing. Looks like, so far, Hype Cave has given us a little bit of a fetch quest, some arrows, and our hammer!
Oh, our hammer! So now if you're jkoper, do you go back to Thieves Town? I'm gonna say not, but I mean, you could.
It's 2 items in Thieves Town, or 5 in Pod.
And now he can do pot, or he can
Ooh,
he
could
can
do
swamp as
swamp.
well.
Yeah, he can full clear swamp. Oof. A nice fight for Hitsu there, almost getting it out of the blind. Just barely passing with half a heart. Getting our first blood, too, with that crystal. Yeah, I'd say this is actually a better play for jkoper. Not only, of course, do you have the 6 item checks here, you can full clear it, and if it pays off, this is going to put him a little bit further in the lead. Well, I'd say for item at least.
Depends on what we get here, I suppose. Because Hitsu probably gonna follow along and do everything. Gonna do the dig game, gonna do the same checks, gonna do Hype Cave. He'll get his hammer as well.
Now, one thing I would not actually be too surprised if jkoper does this. I think he's going to go ahead and leave Thieves Town until he gets his Fire Rod, so he can do both Thieves Town and Skull Woods in
Oh, yeah.
a 1-2 punch.
That's exactly what I would do if I were him at this point. You don't want to have to go back to that same area too many times. And fortunately for him, there's no items that he's missing there.
That is one good example of a gamble done right.
And maybe, just maybe, he'll have boots by then. That'll make it a little bit faster. Of course, no guarantee we're getting boots today, since Desert Palace is a pendant.
And I apologize for mispronouncing his name. I did not realize it was Koper.
I was worried I was mispronouncing it.
But thank you, chat.
Yeah, to answer the question, Chad, about Ice Palace, yeah, it was also a pendant last time. We did not enter there, and so we might have the rare double header without anyone going into ice.
Of course, it's green, so it's just been doomed to be necessary.
Oh, and a book. Ooh. When desert's not required, I don't really want to see a book.
Let's see. We can clear desert now.
No, we...
Well, as long as it's not boots locked.
As long as it's not boots locked.
We've already cleared Eastern, and if we find ourselves, since we've... Oh, wait, no, we don't have Bombos. Never mind. Gonna need that Bombos medallion before we can go ahead and be like, And of course, they're Titan's mitts. I gotta start planning about how evil it would be to make head 100% required.
I think it pretty much would have to be something like the cane, a medallion for Mire or TR.
Or the fire rod.
or the fire rod, yes.
But hey, now that we actually have the book, we can go ahead and check that. Oh wait, it just dawned on me. Since both of these folks... Okay. Say if fire rod doesn't happen to be the thing on pad, when they go back to complete Skull Woods, they very well may check it, just because they're going to be right there anyway. So...
Yeah, unless they're in go mode, then yeah, absolutely. That's the most convenient time to check it. You have the mirror, so you might as well just do it.
Yeah, true. So keep your fingers crossed, chat. See if we can go ahead and get that ped check.
Okay, jkoper doing the left side. Let's see what we got. We got a big key. So maybe something in the big chest.
Come on, no whammy.
I
Oof.
think that's a whammy.
Wasn't even a restock. Oof.
Bomb's that funny thing in Link to the Past. You really, really want to see a lot of early, and then after about, 5-10 minutes in, you just don't want to ever see him again.
Yarp. Yeah, as we had someone in chat point out, this is actually kind of a good thing, the fact that we didn't see a map or a compass over on the left side. If Hitsu decides to just bulldoze right through the back, then he's going to be like, there are 2 items that I'm missing.
Yep. And he'll have to decide where to go back and get them.
Yep. Especially this early into it with so much still left, it's like, maybe not? Draining that swamp. Wait, has Bob made a song about Swamp Palace yet?
I don't know.
I should ask him next time I see him. Feels like there should be one. And sadly, nothing else so far. Let's see, we still got one more item in our lovely compass. Let's see if it's going to be the compass? Nope, it's our lovely item.
More bombs.
Alright, so good news is we can check our tablets. Bad news is Swamp gave us nothing.
I'll say good news is we can check our tablets. Bad news is we can check our tablets. We've got those extra checks now.
Yup. And time for the wonderful Master Sword Argus fight.
Well, at least it's a Master Sword fight and not a Fighter Sword fight.
Oh yeah, that's never fun. jkoper not even bothering with the spin slash tactics, just going at it ham. Poke slash slash, poke slash slash. Ooh, he's getting low. You better keep an eye on his health there. And does he get the one shot? And he does! Excellent.
Nice. Nice to have those silver arrows there.
Oh yeah, silver arrows are just awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the silver arrows are the only item in the game that does 8 points of damage to a boss?
I don't know my damage tables for this one. So I'll trust you when you say that. And I'm sure Chad will correct us if we're wrong.
Oh yes. I just know it's a buttload. Oh, 100. Holy cow, yeah, that's way, way bigger than I thought.
We're gonna get a Bombos tablet check right away, and I think that's pretty smart here.
Oh, most definitely.
But then do you follow this to desert? And it's just a piece of heart.
Ooh.
And Hitsu gonna gamble on not going back into the left side.
Good gamble for Hitsu, bad gamble for Koper.
Yeah, and looks like he is gonna go to desert. I kind of feel like going in and doing pod first makes a little more sense, even though that, you got the book. Maybe it's leading you somewhere, but you have to do pod. You don't know if you have to do desert.
Exactly, and there's only 2 items over here versus the 5 in pod, so it's a bigger gamble. And it looks like Hitsu is going to go ahead and do that. He's heading over to pod.
Oh, baby! Look at that! And jkoper says, you know what? I got a really good item here, and I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, dang. Oh.
And it could be a while before Hitsu gets back to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only does this open up the rest of Dark Death Mountain, we've got Mire, so we can go ahead and check out what pendant that is. We've got Mire Shed, we've got Checkerboard Cave, we've got Ice Palace, if we find a Bombos.
Let's not go to Ice Palace. And actually, we're gonna see gonna do that Mire check first. I did not see the medallion. I don't know if he actually looked at it yet.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay. Nope, he didn't look at it, so we're safe.
And there's a Quake medallion. I bet it's Quake then. It's gotta be Quake.
Oh yeah, key's always under the mat.
Oh, it's Bombos. Oh, darn. Actually, that's probably good. That's probably good for jkoper, because he's not going to be tempted to dip in there now without the cane.
Oh, speaking of, we have ourselves a bow-locked pod, and guess what was in the first chest?
I missed it. What was in the first chest is the cane.
It was the cane.
Oh, here we go.
Oh man! All right, so that's kind of killing our Pedge dreams little by little. We still only have Fire Rod and Ice Rod, but wait, is he gonna go do Thieves Town or?
I guess so.
What you doing, Koper?
Yeah, I just feel like, Thieves Town, you get only the 2 more items. You've already done half of it. You're not gonna get a Fire Rod. Not that he knows that, but ideally, like you said earlier, trying to route Thieves Town and Skull Woods at the same time just would have been much better for him.
Yes, indeed. At least now he has a chance to go ahead and do the Smith Chain afterwards, so...
Yeah, maybe that's
that big a loss.
But it seems like Hitsu's playing under the, I'm going to do Crystal Dungeons. I'm just going to keep doing Crystal Dungeons and hope I get my stuff, and if I don't, then I'll do the other stuff. And I kind of like that philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, we've got our 1 item from the front, we've got our big key, we've got enough small keys to get to the back, so 4 more fun items in pod. Let's see if this pays off a little further. It will be intriguing for Hitsu if he ends up finding the Fire Rod here, because that would push him back towards Skull Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like this decision. Smart.
Yeah, and the one thing for Hitsu is that if Mitts end up being his go mode, it might take him a while to get to that location in desert, but there's so many locations that the Mitts unlock that he'll never touch.
Oh yeah. You can basically go mode Misery Mire, Turtle Rock, doesn't have to worry about the Smith Chain or Dark Death Mountain for that matter. So yeah, you're right. There is a bunch of stuff that he can just nope right out of.
Also interesting, he's essentially go-moding this dungeon. We'll see if he comes back in for the other checks after finishing it up.
I think he will. I've actually seen this strategy a couple of times where if you end up getting the big key and a small key just by doing the bowlock side, you go ahead and finish up Helmasaur, do what you need to do. If you get something that's going to put you close enough to go mode, you just ignore the back half. Otherwise, you go right back in and do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Probably be even stronger if you did that when you don't have the mirror. The mirror being a very mirrorless pod, being a lot of
Yeah,
death warping or a lot of backtracking.
annoying is putting it very, very loosely.
And one silver arrow right to the forehead.
Rest in peace, Dino Kitty. Alright, so 50 bucks on our King Helmasaur. We do know that there are going to be 3 items in the back. Yep, and he's going right on back. That is a good decision, because this point in the game, there's a little bit too much to gamble.
Well, you're never gonna come back here. You don't want to ever have to come back here. You've already full cleared Eastern. You're already, yeah. I guess the only reason you'd ever come back here is if you have a green pendant from Ice Palace. But doing green
Yeah.
pendant Ice Palace before doing the backup pod just makes no sense.
That's just asking for trouble.
And as you said, it looks like jkoper is going to follow those mitts to the Smith chain. And actually, I mean, when you think about it, if you figure that your opponent probably didn't make that call to go into desert, you're really hoping that those mitts lead to something.
Oh yeah. That's one of the key things that I've noticed a lot of these guys doing during this tournament, is when you make a gamble, you commit to it. Ooh, there's another item. Poor Hitsu is getting down to the wire for these ones.
It will be nice just to be able to save and quit out of this.
Ooh.
Oh!
Koper.
The boots! Now, the boots are probably not necessary, but you never know.
And hey, that's an excellent thing to have just for mobility's sake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's an ice rod in pod.
Whoa.
jkoper will find that. So we won't have the ice rod hunt today.
Mm-hmm. Now, the good thing for Koper here is that if boots are actually required for GT, then Hitsu, if he skips it, if he goes go modes with Titan's mitts, he's gonna skip those boots.
Absolutely. Well, the boots offer all sorts of interesting possibilities, because we do have a couple of checks we can do with boots that have nothing to do with desert. The King's Tomb and the Bonk Rocks.
Ah, finally getting our magic bat.
And nothing.
Boo. That's right, we've got our chest to turn in. Go ahead and turn in our purple chest, give Gary back his lunchbox, and see if he rewards us with something good. Like a fire rod.
It looks like Hitsu's gonna go ahead and do Tower of Hera at this point.
Not a bad choice, especially since he can check the ether tablet while he's up here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and aside from those boots, that smith chain was not useful.
Now, the boots, if nothing else, everything that jkoper is going to do the rest of this race is just going to be that much faster.
Exactly.
But where are we going now? Oh, yeah, we have that shovel that we never used. I think we're going to go there next.
Time to dig up this spot. What do we got?
Nothing.
Booms!
And nothing on ether tablet either.
Alright, so far, we've got Arcana Samaria in logic. So, if Turtle Rock happens to be Quake or Ether, we could open it up and go check out if that rabbit hole is going to lead us further.
Oh, I see what jkoper is doing. I was trying to figure this out. He's gonna check lumberjack.
Oh, right. We haven't had any lumberjack check yet. Oh, man. If this turns out to be the fire rod, oh, boy.
Right, and for a moment there, I forgot that it's been so long we actually did Aga, so he's just gonna do a blind check here.
Ah,
And
dang. It's something, right, at least.
yeah.
Ooh, Hitsu's setting up with that awesome Hera pot clip. Let's see if he gets it. Come on, one more pixel. Almost. Come on. There you go. And skabushki. Such an awesome, awesome clip. I absolutely love it when I successfully pull it off. Ooh, some red armor over for jkoper. Just a heart piece for Hitsu. Now, the downside of doing the Hera pot, if the big key is in the basement, the back end, then you are orphaning that big chest. If that chest happens to have an item, yeah, you're going to be orphaning that sucker forever.
And a mushroom.
Ooh.
And was gonna save and quit, realized, you know what? I can flute right over to the witch's hut and just turn this in right now. I suspect that's what it'll do.
That's a good play. Let's see if Hitsu pays off with his gamble. Ooh, and doesn't. There is an item in that big chest. So here's the question, does he go back for it? Because he's still got the fire rod and the mitts to find. And he's gonna.
jkoper not grabbing that 300 rupees. Considering that's the most likely spot he would spend it, it'll still be here when he comes back if he needs it for a potion.
Exactly. That he's already rolling in dough, it's fine.
Looks like he's gonna head up to do his Tower of Hera as well. And probably gonna check the rest of Dark Death Mountain since he can, whereas Hitsuyan cannot.
Mm-hmm. That's 4 items in Hookshot Cave and 2 in Super Bunny. Now, it'll be interesting if jkoper decides to go ahead and do the Hera pot as well, but skips the basement.
Gonna check the ether tablet first. Not gonna get anything out of this.
Just more of that delicious moolah. And what are we gonna get in this wonderful chest? It's the key!
Still gotta go up. So do you clip again, or you? I wonder.
Oh, I would.
Like,
I
is
would.
I mean, it might be. I don't know if anybody's timed it. Is it faster if you just do the Hera pot again and just fall down, or if you just climb the tower like Hitsu's doing right now?
I think it would actually be. I want to guess it's faster if you go ahead and do the Hera pot, but yeah, I haven't timed it. But hey, it's the swag. You gotta do it for the swag.
We're not going to see a Hera pot on jkoper's side, whether it's because he doesn't know how to do it, or whether it's because he just feels like it's too risky to go ahead and skip this check. It's just 10 bombs, so.
Another wonderful refill. Now, since jkoper isn't taking the time to do the Hera pot and then go back down, he is saving a bit of time by doing this the first way around. Hitsu, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and check out Spy Cave. Logically, this is a good sign for him because it's one of the last few things he can do. And since this is one area that gets orphaned quite frequently, if this has something, then it is going to pay off drastically for Hitsu.
Just a piece of heart.
Oof. That's a gut punch. My favorite story about Spy Cave is when I first started playing Rando. I decided to play with a friend of mine. We did a pseudo race. Of course, she didn't stream at the time, so I just hosted her herself on my channel. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting somewhere. I accidentally knocked my phone over. I'm like, oh shoot, I shouldn't look at it because I'm looking at my stream, and I happen to see that she just passed through Spike Cave and she's got red armor. I was like, wait a minute, I don't need to go to Spike Cave, that's just armor. It was the mirror. So more of the story is, don't peek on your friend's stream while you're racing.
More of the stories don't cheat, I guess.
Cheaters never prosper.
That's right. Oh, we're gonna get a pyramid fairy check here.
Oh, that's right, we do have our 5-6 down, so... Ooh,
Maybe
this
we'll
could be
see a
good.
fire rod. And of course, with Aga dead, we can do this the short and easy way.
Always so much better. Jkoper getting that wonderful crystal. Let's see if this big bomb pays off.
Again, depends on your definition of pays off.
Yeah, I mean, it did technically pay him back for that bomb.
That's right.
That had to be the most ironic pyramid fairy in the history of this game.
So Hitsu's starting to run out of checks here. Looks like he's gonna do the magic bat. He's gonna probably get to the point where he's gonna have to do Desert Palace. He can't do ice. We've already done all of Eastern.
Now this is the fun situation for Hitsu too. He's got 2 items in Swamp and 2 items in Desert. Which do you think he's gonna do first?
I would do Desert first. I don't know what he's gonna do first. Of course, I say that with the full knowledge of what was there.
Oh yeah.
And Quake for Turtle Rock, so we don't have to worry about that medallion.
Of course, my mind had to start racing a mile a minute here, thinking, how could this seed be more evil to these folks?
Second item in Desert? That would be really bad for jkoper.
Fire Rod in Desert. Be it land mo. Let's see if our hookshot cave pays off. We got 1 heart piece. Red boomerang. Arguably the better boomerang. $50.
And we are going to see that Desert play.
Whoopsie.
That'll get Hitsu his mitts, so that'll be good for him.
Just some more love. Alright, Super Bunny. Let's see what you got. Now, I take it back. I think the most evil thing would be to have Bombo's medallion be the first chest in Turtle Rock. And then Fire Rod on Ped.
Okay, so jkoper, I think, now has pretty much no options other than to go over to Pod.
Yep. And Hitsu also dipping out of Desert Bear.
I believe it has to be boots locked at this point.
Yeah, I believe you're correct there. So...
And of course, not having the boots can't go any further unless he wants to go steal the key from the back.
Alright, now here's the fun thing. If we don't actually have a second decent item on in Desert Palace, so no Bombos, no Fire Rod, no nothing to get us further, then that would mean either the Fire Rod or Bombos would be the first chest in Turtle Rock. Because I think we've checked everything else.
Right, because we can't go into ice without at least one of those.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is exciting.
Or what would be even worse. So yeah, that first chest in Turtle Rock could still be a key. And take him further down that rabbit hole until you get to the item.
Oh no. Are you saying like bombos or fire rod on... Okay, bombos on Laser Bridge would be hilarious.
I'd be
Leading you
terrible for these
all the
guys.
way. Terrible, yes, but still hilarious.
Well, I'm sure Chad will love that.
Oh, most definitely. But yeah, a logically required full double dip of Turtle Rock is just the bane of every runner's existence. Including those dead rocks.
Okay, Hitsuyan gonna go ahead and check the Dark Death Mountain area, which is fair because he's just got those myths instead of doing the Smith's Chain. The Smith's Chain would get him those boots, but he may never get back there. Depending on the fact that he already does have the cane, he might go ahead and do that Turtle Rock dip.
Ooh. Yeah, this could work out for Hitsu. Oh, this is so exciting, I kind of don't want to say anything just yet. Well, since it is just a rehash of everything we've seen over the last, 20 minutes.
Yep, they're just
let's go ahead
switching checks.
Go ahead and take a few seconds to click on those wonderful links in chat. Give a follow to jkoper and Hitsuyan1337. Awesome runners, as you can tell, doing the greatest they can, being super entertaining. And I can tell you, just from my experience of racing with them, they are a hoot to watch.
Certainly putting on a couple of good shows today. And of course, the bad news about doing Turtle Rock early. So, like the last seed, when they had the fast Ganon, it didn't really matter when you did Turtle Rock. Typically, though, if you have to go to GT, you want to do Turtle Rock last if you can, and that's probably not going to happen here, would be my guess.
Yeah. This is going to be a weird climb. You're going to be coming back up this mountain a couple times.
Yep. It looks like jkoper's going to clear out all pod first and then go kill Helmasaur. Not going to be too much different, though.
It's kind of a good thing, because he is going to get that ice rod.
So we will get at least one new check here.
Come on, Bombos. Bombos. Bombos.
Well, you know they'll go to Mire first with Bombos, though.
Oh, true, true.
I mean, no one's going to go to Ice Palace until it's absolutely necessary, and maybe it is necessary.
We'll find out in about 30 seconds.
And we get a small key, so we get to go down the rabbit hole.
Oh boy.
You can make it, depending on key layout, it is possible to get all the way down to Laser Bridge. I've only seen that happen once, but it can happen.
I've had that happen to me multiple times, actually, and it has been absolutely terrible because they have never paid off. My favorite was when I was actually in I think it was one of the dailies, and we were going through like, oh man, I decided to come out here first. I can guarantee no one else is going to be doing this because this is a really stupid idea.
Oh, and there's that fire rod.
Oh boy.
So Hitsu gonna go ahead and full clear Turtle Rock right now.
So with that, until we see if boots are necessary, let's put him in go mode.
No, he still needs Bombos for Mire.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Almost go mode.
And that Ice Palace play is still not dead, because with a Fire Rod not in Ice Palace, we can find Bombos in it.
Alright, so instead of Bombos being the one to lead us to the trolls, we need Bombos on Ped. Gather all your energy, chat. We just need that wonderful flavor text on the pedestal when they check it, just to say, Burning Ring of Fire.
And if we don't see Bombos before they go back into Skull Woods, which I'm gonna guess is going to be the next location here, if that's the case. They will check ped because they're right there.
Oh yeah, it definitely should be.
So it gives Hitsu a bit of a lead here, but jkoper with those boots does have a bit of an advantage in terms of movement, so, you know, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this shakes out.
Yeah, this could actually put him ahead. This may make things a bit even. Just
Yeah,
really depends on how it turns out.
Yeah, I just don't know how much those boots make a difference here. And of course, there's always the that one possibility for Hitsuyan. It would be absolutely the worst if he doesn't get the boots and the big key is on the torch.
Yeah, it's only like a 1 out of 22 chance, but hey, it could still happen. Ooh, and our small key there. Ooh, come on. Small key in the big chest. Let's have that at least, come on.
Okay, let's see if jkoper also heads up to... Oh, he's probably going to do Pyramid Fairy first as well. We know that's not going to get him anything. And Hitsu also still never did the left side of Swamp, so he's got a few extra checks that he could do if we don't find this bombos. None of which are really any checks that he wants to do.
Oh gosh, no. They're so out of the way at this point, it'd just be the needle in a haystack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did see Pyramid Fairy was just two sets of 50 rupees. And there's the bombos. And that puts Hitsuyan in go mode.
Ooh, diggity. Unfortunately, Ped is dead.
Sorry, chat, no ped today.
It's alright, we still have our hope that boots are 100% necessary. We won't know that until we actually see it, but there's always hope. Uh-oh.
Did jkoper never check Dark Cross?
Yeah, he never went to Dark Cross, so he's gonna find that bug net and be like, well, dang.
Well, he's never going to be closer to this location, so it's certainly fair that he checks it right now. It's unfortunately not where he needs to be. And where is he going now? Looks like he is also going to head up towards Turtle Rock.
Definitely a good thing to go with that. Oof, this really does come down to a combination of things. Execution, and whether or not those boots are going to be required.
Execution, and how much time can jkoper save with those boots?
Yep.
Because Hitsu's not going to get him unless he has to get him for that big key. Also, the Trinex fight, no joke when you don't. All you have is a Master Sword.
Oh yeah, the hammer tactics are phenomenal to use. Difficult, but if you pull it off, it's super nice. And Hitsu showing how quick you can get that going. That is phenomenal.
Okay, now we just got to go back to Skull Woods, go back to Misery Mire. Not sure what order you do them in, not sure it really matters.
Let's see. Yeah, Skull Woods, Misery Mire. Both are going to be pretty quick as long as Misery Mire wants to behave and give us a decent big key placement.
Skull Woods will be super quick. Misery Mire depends on the key placement. So there might be a bit of routing involved here that could gain or lose time for either runner.
Oh man, I wish I could just fast forward like 30 minutes and be like, oh dang.
Well, I suppose if you were at either one of these guys' houses, you could actually watch the stream live and it would be 20 minutes in the future.
That is true. Must figure out a way of breaking the laws of physics. Very nice room clear for Hitsu there.
Oh, we've got the God Mire.
Ooh, buddy. Those silvers are definitely going to be helping out this boss battle here pretty shortly.
Oh, video with silvers is nice.
Since we didn't throw that first switch, we don't have to worry about performing any spooky action. Still would have been pretty cool, though.
Always fun to see. Okay, this should be pretty quick work with those silver arrows. And our fourth bottle.
Huzzah! Now we can buy another potion.
And now, time for some Skull Woods action.
I would hope so. Definitely don't want him to forget that he actually had to get all 7 crystals.
Yeah, last time it was a fast scan, not a 6-6, so he should remember.
Yeah, you silly billies.
Yeah,
We still got another dungeon.
Come on, chat. Hey, yeah. No guesses count until we actually go to GT.
It's alright, just give us like 2 more minutes. It's alright. You'll have your chance.
Yeah, it's probably about right. Meanwhile, jkoper, having picked up his bombos, is also in go mode. And for jkoper, it's 100% go mode, because if that big key's on the torch, he's like, no problem, I got boosts.
And the nice thing about having this dungeon set the way it is, you can just walk on back, light a few mummies on fire, get those torches ablaze, and go fight ourselves a dusty moth.
We got dueling boss fights. jkoper into his Trinex fight. Hitsuyan making very quick work of Mothula.
Very nice fight there.
And chat already starting to guess numbers. Just
right.
can't wait.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with my not usual guess of 13. Just for the sake of having those boots required, I'm going to say 1.
I say 9. Just picking a number out of nowhere.
I like that. 9 is a good number.
At this point, with jkoper still having to do 2 more dungeons before we even get to GT, those boots are not going to be enough, I don't think, unless either Hitsuyan makes a mistake or we do get that big key on the torch.
Yeah, I think that's honestly the only way this is going to work at this point, is that big key has to be in the most opportune spot for Koper. Otherwise, it's game. At least the seed was kind enough to make a logically required double dip of the mountain. Forced us to go back up here to get the fire rod and then come back up again for GT. So it gave us something.
I feel like we've made a lot more than 2 dips into the mountain, though.
Okay, at least 2 required.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure how many were required. I'd have to put some actual
3?
thought into that.
Let's see, we had to come up here for the gloves and the flippers.
Yep.
Then if we made the Hera dip as well as the turtle rock, so that would have been 2. So yeah, at least 3. And as soon as he enters this tower, we will be cutting off. Sadly, we don't have the bot working, but we can at least go ahead and still brag about, winning and beating all of our friends in the guessing game. So with that, the guesses are over! Immediately goes over to the right for the hope chest. We'll see if number 1 or 2 are the lucky winners. First one is Compass. Second,
Small key, so looks like he's gonna keep on. Oh, nope, gonna mirror out.
Ooh, moment of truth. Come on, buddy. 1 out of 20 chance, roughly 5%. Let's see it happen.
Nope.
That's the wrong size key, my friends.
So that's number 3. Meanwhile, jkoper almost all the way to Mothula already.
Here Just 4, 20 rupees. 5.
5.
Hey.
Gonna go ahead and check these last 2 tickets. The big shield. And a tempered sword. Okay, that just made
Ooh.
things a lot easier.
I'll say. Unfortunately, chat just kind of, like, blew through most of those numbers, so, we're just gonna say everybody wins. Yay!
Yeah, I have to scroll way too far back to get back to those numbers. See, that's the problem when you guys start guessing too early.
Avoiding those spikes like a champ. Oh, boo. You don't do that. You go ahead and... You take that spike damage. Like the champ.
Meanwhile, jkoper gonna flute on over to Death Mountain to set up his last climb. Oh wait, he's still gotta do Mire.
Yep.
He did, I forgot, he did Skull Woods first.
It's alright. He should find the same God Mire and get that done in like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, this won't take long.
At least Koper has the wonderful thrill of being able to dash up this tower when he gets here. I gotta say, having boots for the gauntlet is just so much nicer. Ooh, almost gets that one cycle. Pretty darn good.
But gets it on the second round, not too bad.
Good cleanup.
Making very quick work of the Wizrobe rooms. Love
That
that
one,
use of cane.
I always end up messing that up, no matter how much I try. Just another example of how awesome these guys are. So be sure to give them a link. Or give them a follow. With the link! Yeah, that's more than enough magic. I don't think he's gonna have to worry about getting refilled, but definitely want to stop for a moment to wait for the evil glitch that can happen.
Not gonna check any of these chests. I mean, I guess it could give him a butter sword, but at this point, tempered sword's more than enough to finish this off.
Oh yeah. He's
Especially
got
with the silvers.
silvers, blue mail, tempered, mirror shield. He's got more than everything he wants.
And we did get a double header without ever touching Ice Palace. You just don't see that every day.
We did, and it was a green pendant nonetheless. We have broken the curse. Of course, he's not going to go ahead and get that safety net. He knows for full well he's not going to fall to Aga, so doesn't have to worry about saving that chest. That's alright, he saves the last treasure of the 2 dead Moldorms for all those orphaned minis. He is the good Link. And having a little bit of fun with the agonometry. Ah, there we go. 2112, I think it was. Ah, thank you, chat. Eight, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
Alright, now in for our Ganon fight.
And what's our big pig gonna give us for words of wisdom? Did you know nutrition experts recommend that at least half of our daily grains come from whole grain products?
Always good to know.
Ooh, almost gets that one cycle. So they're gonna take out that cape strat and just go to town. Oh, nah, he set up a good spot. He can go ahead and do the spin slash. Nice.
Always
Gets-
nice when you get Ganon in that upper right corner there.
Oh, yeah. And on to phase 3! Let's see how many teleports we get. Oh, never mind, we're good. And phase 4 time. Oh no, silver is my one true weakness. Smack that Ganon. Shoot him a couple more times.
Gets a double, and one more shot will do him in.
And bada bing! As long as he crosses this treacherous 1x3 pixel bridge, we'll have our winner. So slap those GGs in chat for Hitsuyan1337.
Finishing up with an official SRL time of 1:35:20. The GG to Hitsuyan going on to brackets.
Whoop whoop. And we'll go ahead and see about getting him in here for an interview while we watch. And see how quickly jkoper can finish climbing the tower.
See if he picks up this. Yeah, looks like he'll pick up his sword as well. So that'll help him out.
Excellent. Although he almost had the full red suit. Ugh, but he had to ruin it with that mirror shield.
Yeah, well, whatever. I think that shield is bigger than Link is. And I guess we could watch for the on the credits, see where what was actually on that pedestal. At this
Yes.
point.
I was gonna say, what would actually be on there? Because I think we've 100 it.
Yeah, between the two of them.
Oh, and no, we're still missing a sword. We could have a vanilla pedestal.
We did. We are still missing a sword. We saw the blue cane. We didn't get that for obvious reasons because it was on the bumper ledge.
Twin number jacks.
Explosion boy, huh?
I love that the developers put in so much flavor text for this stuff. It's hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. The dynamic text on some of the endings here is really cool.
The dwarven bread smiths. Dang it, now I'm hungry.
I don't know what time zone you're in, but I'm getting close to dinner time here, so.
Yeah, I'm always hungry. wonderful piggy bank kid. Lost old Gary man. Ooh, here we come. Come on, Ped, give us something good.
And a piece of heart.
Boo.
Well, you know, even if it had been the last sword, they weren't coming and getting it.
Oh, that's true. Now, I gotta stop and wonder if the last sword was in GT, or if it was somewhere in Ice Palace, or the last one in Desert.
Yeah, that's about, I think that's all we had left.
That or Laser Bridge. There was 3 chests we skipped.
Right, we didn't quite get to all of Laser Bridge.
Getting that safety chest with the Moldarm too. Just 20 bucks. But hey, always a good thing in case you accidentally fall to Aga. You don't have to go ahead and take the time to fight that Moldarm again. It was actually funny finding the legit reason to go ahead and get that chest other than for the items. Ooh. That Aga shot not being friendly. Or that one, apparently. Ooh, nice double. There we go.
And Aga 2 down for jkoper. Just gonna go kill Ganon now. A little antsy there.
Gotta get that bonk counter up, you know?
Oh, I'm very good at having that bonk counter really high when I play.
I made it my mission to every single time I play normal instead of fast Ganon, I gotta bonk like at least a dozen times. Now, I know there's got to be some joke there about the whole, you know, you get half your grains from whole grain products.
jkoper also taking advantage of that upper right corner very nicely.
And using that hook shot to avoid all those fire bats. Come on, Koper, smack that pig booty. And there it goes. Alright, set up the first shot, get that torch glitch. Ooh, misses the second shot right off the bat, but... Hey, got the,
Got the pixel perfect slash damage to Ganon.
Nice. I want to see that. I want to see someone go to town with Tempered like that, just doing the pixel perfect shot. But hey, we got
I
our
don't
next...
think you could have enough bottles of magic to do it to last.
That would be fun, though.
GG's to jkoper finishing up with an official SRL time of 1:42.56. Unfortunately for him, that will be the end of his tournament.
But what a ride, giving us an awesome games 1, 2, and 3. So again, GG's to both these runners. Definitely worth a follow. So please give a moment of your time to click those links and give them that follow. They deserve it. Speaking of, we are welcomed by jkoper and Hitsuyan.
GG's, guys.
GG's.
Hey, thanks, GG's.
And congratulations to Hitsuyan going on to brackets.
You guys.
Yeah, congrats. As expected, of course. But,
Not really,
not really.
close, I guess.
Yeah. So I think the thing that might have helped me most, the boots were in the hammer pegs cave. If those had been required, maybe I would have had a chance in this one. But other than that, I thought that I had a chance just because of where the mitts and the boots and the fire rod were, because I didn't clear everything before doing those things. I'm sure I got the mitts earlier than you.
A lot earlier.
Yeah. One thing I definitely regret is after I got the mitts, I don't regret doing the smith chain necessarily, but I probably should have just gone to pod before going to Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was any real argument not to do that. I mean, maybe I could have go-moded pod and it would have saved a little bit of time, but obviously the odds of that aren't that high. So, I don't know.
Yeah, there were a few other little things. The early routing was a little bit better by Hitsu, getting that flute right away and not having to go back to town to activate it was a part of it. Then you cleared left side swamp, he didn't. So little things like that. They all add up in the end.
Yeah, I was certainly disappointed with that flute location because I knew he had that right away. Would have been nice if that was the first chest and escape or something instead. But I don't regret that. I don't think that's a better routing, just luck of the draw.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, sorry. Kitsu, did you have thoughts? How did you feel about your run? Besides the last location in the midst thing?
I don't feel great in this one too, honestly. Our second game was, I guess, I was on fighter sword all the time.
Yeah.
So
That was, I mean, wow. Not getting that second sword until way late and having to do everything with fighter sword until you just couldn't anymore. So.
yeah, and after finding the mids, I found I was really behind because the mids leaded to the last pieces, and maybe you dipped pot early after Aga and had your eye sword and everything.
I didn't do pod early. When I went to pod, I was able to clear it. So I went around the loop after Aga, and then got my hammer, and I believe I did swamp immediately then.
Yeah, you both dipped swamp. Not swamp. You did swamp after that. I was thinking Skull Woods. You dipped Skull Woods. Hitsu went ahead and full cleared Thieves Town. You went and just did the front half. So that was one difference because you didn't have the hammer yet. So not committing to the full clear makes a certain amount of sense.
Yeah, I skipped left
considered
side
it.
swamp, and then I checked the tablet and fluted away instead of going into that.
Oh yeah.
I guess that was good for me because I did pot after, and so then I had everything and only Turlock left, I guess. And the Smith chain, of course.
Yeah, I guess it was less of a play for you to go into Turtle Rock then, since you had everything up on Death Mountain, and that you probably just did the Dark Death Mountain checks and then went into Turtle Rock anyway to see what happened. I could have done other things, but I just chose to go back to Turtle Rock and see what happened, and maybe was going to do a Spike Cave as well, but. Yeah. Anyway, GG. Good luck in the brackets. I'm sure those will be fun.
Thanks, and big shoutouts for game 1. There, I cutted my stream and had no replay, and very fair play from you. Thank you.
Yeah, I really don't want to spend time playing more games that I didn't really deserve to play in the first place. So, but yeah, I'm fairly happy with how this tournament went for me. Would have been fun to make the brackets, but I don't think that was necessarily a realistic expectation. But
Yeah, we got a very hard group, I guess, with Chris and Paradox.
yeah, I don't know. I think there were harder ones, but it wasn't an easy one, that's for sure. But yeah, thanks for restreaming, commentating, tracking today. I'm glad that I could make it a game 3 at least. So, thanks everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys for commentating, tracking, double restreaming on the main channel, and thank you viewers.
That was a good one. Thanks, guys, for stopping in and for giving us a good race. We do have more races coming up. It looks like of the ones that are being restreamed, we have at 7:20 we have T-Stew14 versus Korek on Speed Gaming 3. Also at 7:20 we have Solsky versus Roach 788. Those are both game 3s. And at 9:30 we have NY Rambler versus Hacksaw, also on Speed Gaming 3. That'll be a game 1. I don't know if there's anything else that might be restreamed if we get crews for them, so keep an eye out. And a whole lot of action going on starting tomorrow at 11:20 a.m. and throughout the day and throughout the weekend.
So thank you both for running. We do appreciate that. And any last words from anybody? Nope, I think that's good.
All right. Hope to see you all again in a couple hours for the next races.
Yep. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.